In this video, we'll be going over how to insert images into your page, into the content. These are also known as inline images sometimes. So jumping over to my other tab here, I'm already logged in as the webmaster of the Demo County League site. So to get started, I need to choose the spot first of where I'd like to add in my image. This is going to be the place where it will display because at the same time, I can then upload that image to the media library so I can place it in that spot. What I'll do is add an image into the body of my donate page here. And what we'll do is, let's switch that up to the About page, being that this has some actual league-related content. So I can edit my current draft, or if you don't have a current draft as the most recent revision, click on New Draft. But go ahead and scroll down to the body. And because I had a current draft, we didn't see that that image was there, but no worries. What I'll do is add in an image into the body directly, a little bit lower. So I want to create a new line. Wherever that image is going to display, create a new line so that your cursor is blinking all by itself on that new line. And we're going to use the media browser icon here, the last tool in the toolbar. And this will bring up our access to the media library. The media browser and the media library are essentially one and the same. So I can use the choose file or browse button, whatever it says for you, to bring up your computer's file explorer. Go ahead and select your image. You may need to move around different folders, but open that and it will drop in the file name. And go ahead and click Next. The system will take a second to upload that image, and we can go ahead with Next because the destination will always be the public local files. This determines that the general at large will be able to view this image. You can make a change to the name. This is taken from the computer file name. You need to express permission to use this image to protect yourself, your league, but also any other leagues who may be using this image because all webmasters do have access to the media library. You have a chance to keep this private to yourself. If you select no, I am the only person who should be able to use this media. But we do recommend, if it is not confidential or something that needs to be kept private, especially when it comes to images, to share those if you are willing. The alt text comes in handy for any time that the image does not load properly, or the user, the visitor, is coming along with a screen reader. Instead of, the screen reader would be taking the alt text when the visitor is going over the image. So when it comes to what you type in, just do your best to explain the content of the image. Doesn't have to be perfect, but something is better than nothing. With the title text, you can kind of do the same as you did with the alt text, but this one is going to be much more visible. When a user hovers over the image, the title text pops up almost like a tooltip. So this, again, could be like the alt text, or it could be a reminder Or you can also leave it blank as it is not required. The file description is super helpful for the search, and the search is just for the webmasters trying to find this again. And these might just be buzzwords, keywords that you would use or that you would think other webmasters might use to find this image again. You could also just relate it to other things outside of what you readily see in the image. And the same thing kind of goes for the related issues, anything that would help beef up the search whenever a webmaster is trying to find this image. And with the media tags, I will go ahead and select a few here, being that it is a larger image, and I am confident that it is a larger image. I'm going to select slideshow, slideshow image there for the media tag, because that will tell other folks that the image is large enough to display in the width of that space for the slideshow. And then you can select as many as apply. There is no limit. The same goes with the related issues. The more the better, and you do have a chance to come back and edit this if you wanted to add more to certain media that you've already uploaded. But I'm going to go ahead with what I have and save. Because I am accessing the media library via the media browser here, the next page I get after I've submitted that that file, that image to the media library, is now this embedding page. So this is kind of just confirming the alt text, title text, and the file description. Again, this file description is not public, but you can make any last minute changes here. But if not, go ahead and submit. So that drops in the image its original size, and it's directly into the body, right where your cursor was. And you can already tell when I hover over this, that title, Go Vote, pops up. So let's resize this. Click on your image to select it. And using the resize border, go ahead and pull that down. From personal experience, the Mozilla Firefox browser has some trouble and may not present the outline, the resizing outline that you need. So if you're using Firefox and you've clicked on the image and you're not getting that same result of the resizing border, try Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge and see if you get a different result. But you can resize to whatever you need that to be. And there are a couple of styles that you can use when it comes to an image in the middle of a page. You can center. And anytime you do apply a style, it is toggle on and toggle off. So click once again to turn that off. And then the others here, in order to have the text wrap around the image, you can make that image float left. So float image left is one option. And let's remove that and try out float image right. So there are those two wrapping styles or to wrap around the text. In addition to those, we have the right justify. The text wrapping is a little bit tighter. The padding is not as large as with the float image styles. And then the same with left justify. Again, we see that the padding is not so big. The text and the image are much closer together. So you can play around with that formatting, leave it however you'd like that to go. But when adding an image to the page, it is always recommended to upload to the media library first. Always remember, before you leave your changes, scroll down to the bottom and save. You may need to set your moderation state to published. You'll have a chance to publish it afterwards though, if you don't. So either way, make sure that you save whether in draft mode or published.